The Atlanta Falcons are, in fact, the worst NFL franchise in the history of the NFL. We've been around for 60 years, and it's just the same mistakes, the same coaching issues, the same internal issues of just drafting such amazing talent for what? What do we have to show? 2 Super Bowl appearances where we get freaking dusted. It's embarrassing, and it's absolutely pitiful to be an Atlanta Falcons fan at the moment. Something needs to change, whether it be the coaching staff again, whether it be something in management, or if it's sell the team and rebuild with a new owner altogether. But something has to change. Hello, and you're listening to the Atlanta Sports Special. Today, I just gave my spiel on what we're going to be talking about, but we'll go into that a little later in the podcast. But today we will talk mostly about the positive things like the Hawks and what else is to come. Thank you guys so much for listening. We really do appreciate it. Hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. Let's get it.
Yeah! ATL on the rise, you know how we do. Beach tree dreams, dirty birds flying through. From the gridiron to the diamond, courts to the pitch. We reppin' ATL sports, every team, every niche. ATL, where the flames ignite. From Truist Park to the bins at night. Dreams take flight, Hawks soar high. United we stand, reaching for the sky.
Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of the Atlanta Sports Special. I'm here with my man Kraemer. And Kraemer, it's been a up and down week if you're an Atlanta sports fan. Up and down week.
I'd say it's been an up and down life, Kenny.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the nature of the beast here. I'm going to hit you with something real quick from this day in the A that's pretty exciting as we look back on somebody who is an all-time legend in Atlanta. Okay, so this happened on December the 2nd of 2005. You want to know what happened on December 2nd, 2005 in Atlanta sports history?
It was...
Has nothing to do with a football team.
Okay, so it's Hawks.
Has nothing to do with it has everything to do with a baseball team.
Okay.
So off season.
Go ahead.
I'll hit you with it. This is a little bit harder to guess.
Okay.
On December 2nd, the Braves signed Chipper Jones to a 3-year deal that would basically make him a lifetime Brave. Like locked him in as the guy.
Hell yeah.
And you just don't see it in baseball anymore. We talk about Ronald Acuna has got to get that contract. I want my kids growing up in Ronald Acuna Park. You know what I mean?
Braves just got to not mess around. That's all it is. I don't know what that front office does when it comes to contract negotiation. They must be doing something crazy because we get all these great players with amazing talent for so cheap. So
no, we haven't done that in a while, dude. We've been paying a ton of people. Matt Olson, Austin Riley, they've all been getting fat contracts. We just took advantage of our buddies from the islands.
I wasn't going to say it, but
we did. We fleeced them, and now it's time to pay them their money. Maybe not Ozzy. We'll see what he does this year on his player option, or his team option, sorry. But yeah, that actually leads me. It's hilarious talking about some Braves. I got a little fun for you before we get into some harder subjects for the day here. I got a little blind rank. I love doing these blind rankings because we haven't really been so mean to each other yet with like curveballs of like saving somebody at the end or starting out with somebody. So I'm going to try to see if I can really screw with you today a little bit.
What the heck?
We're going to be ranking. You're going to be ranking these players in Atlanta sports history blindly. And I'm going to tell you, these aren't like, they're not like the number one players from these sports teams, but they are arguably still top 10 players. Absolutely every single one of these is a top 10 player who's played in an Atlanta team.
Okay.
So this should be fun. Are you ready to go?
Yeah. Hit me with it.
Number 1, you have Andrew Jones.
Andrew Jones. I mean, the 90s Braves without him, Chipper, Maddox, like that's Glavit. Like what? You can't.
Should be a Hall of Famer this year.
Yeah, I mean, wait, dang, dude. So you throwing that as the first one? That's the first one?
I'll tell you, this one's going to be all over you today.
Oh, my
gosh. Andrew Jones is your first one.
I gotta go. I think 3. 3 is a
It's a
safe
safe
answer.
spot to put him.
That's a
Okay.
safe spot for Mr. Andrew Jones.
Okay,
That's
Andrew
crazy
Jones
to
third.
throw out on the first one.
The next one is Falcons Ring of Honor inductee, one of our favorite running backs of all time, Warwick Dunn.
Work done. I mean, that was the dude growing up. That was a household name. And my family is from Germany, and my parents didn't know anything about really American football. Work done was worn. We had a work done jersey from my older brother that got passed down throughout my entire lineage of my 4 brothers. So work done's got to be he's the goat. He's one of the goats, and I'm gonna have to put. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put him at 2 because there's got to be another one.
You think?
Man pulled out work done on the second one. This is crazy.
Okay, the next
2.
one, he played the second half of his career for Atlanta.
Okay. Oh.
It's Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, dang. Okay, so that's a tough spot, right? His second half of his career. Tony G. Man, Tony G. God.
Still gave us all those highlights, man. Incredible guy, too.
Man, now that I know that, man.
But you're not going to put him 1, I don't think. So you got to put him at 4 or 5?
Can you are the next 2 guys, are they any of them football players?
Guess you'll find out. That's the fun of the blind.
Yeah, man. Dude, that's tough. I'll put Tony G at 4 just because people are going to hate that. I might hate that at the end of this.
We'll see. The next one, we're going to move over to the hard court. In basketball, we're going to go with Joe Johnson. ISO Joe, baby.
This one I do feel a little bit more comfortable putting him in a lower range. So unfortunately,
you have 5 and 1 available. You're going to put Joe Johnson at 5.
I messed this up. Wait, okay. I messed this up.
So Tony Gonzalez is better, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, just from what I've seen in my lifetime, yeah.
Okay, that's totally fair. We're going to put him at 5. And your last one, going to the diamond, is Tom Glavine.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. That's so cool with that.
Very good. You nailed it. I didn't want to.
I'm so cool
leave you as someone so bad at the end because Tom Glavine is a top, probably maybe 3 pitcher for the Braves of all time.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. But now knowing what I know, I think just because of like the bias of it and like what the name was to my family, it's like work done would be number 1 if I could go back. But
I think that's really fair. It's fair to put him there. For just, I mean, he was also our childhood guy, dude. Like, he was our running back growing up. Yeah. So this is what you got. You got Tom Glavine at 1, Warwick Dunn 2, Andrew Jones 3, Tony Gonzalez 4, Joe Johnson 5. If I was doing this, the only thing I would have changed, and it's no knock on Gonzalez, I'd have put him at 5 and Joe Johnson at 4 or 3, only because we only had him for the half. You didn't know it was coming next. And Joe Johnson, man, those years with Josh Smith.
But I had like 1 and 5 available, so it's like I gotta,
You did really good. And honestly, you can't mess this one up as much. I think it would have been a real disservice if you had left Tom Glavine in a 4 or 5 spot. That's the only one that would have been like an absolute loser.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Imagine if I had him at 5 on the last one.
I actually thought about not putting Tom in this because I think he's better than like a B tier star for Atlanta. But I kind of wanted to have one curveball.
He was definitely like
really you did a great job.
I wouldn't consider him a beast.
He's in the top 5 pitchers to ever come through here, man. It's
without a doubt.
It's definitely
without a doubt.
Yeah. So,
well, I hope somebody in the comments can tell me to go screw myself because you're wrong. I'm right. That was a great list.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Next week you can try to stump me up, but we have this week to talk about, and this week, as we promised, we're not all doom and gloom here in Atlanta. We got a lot of good stuff going on.
Yeah, we're going to start positive. We were laughing a bit just now. Like, let's keep that going a little bit.
Let's keep riding. It's the holiday season. Let's keep our spirits up.
Yeah, let's have a cup of cheer.
And let's talk. There's some controversy here, though, this conversation we're about to have. A lot of people talking about this Hawks team right now, saying they're better statistically with defense and offensive ranking without our guy Trey Young. We'll get into that a little bit, but let's look back, Kraemer. What's happened since we last talked about this? There's been 2 games that have been played. The one that I'm so glad I missed my sleepy bedtime for was the game against the 76ers. With Joel Embiid coming back, actually for his first game, played pretty well. Took one of the worst shots I've ever seen at the end of the game, which is great because it helped us get a double overtime win where Jalen Johnson had 41 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists.
Incredible.
Guys balling out. And in that game, in the first OT, he hit 2 free throws with 0.3 seconds left to send it to double OT. I mean, he really did put the team on his back. Tell me your thoughts a little bit, Kraemer.
I mean, this team's momentum right now has only one question and one question only, and it's, do we look into the option of getting Trey Young to a different team? And it's sad to say just because of how things are turning out and the extremely insane decision we took to trade Luka Doncic for him, which, I mean, there's a parallel universe out there right now where I'm rocking a 77 Hawks jersey, and that's the coolest thing ever in my mind, where I'd love to go to that universe. But we got Trey Young. There's no question or doubt the talent and the amount of love that he has showed the city, like how he has really gotten people back into the Hawks in general after, you know, people like Korver left and Lou Williams and things like that. But at the end of the day, we have to be realistic. We have to think what's the best decision for us. And if we have these other young guys that are really producing, do we want to spend the money on someone who has just kept getting injured?
He's going to do for just under max money at the end of the year. Here's the situation that I see, though, is over the past couple seasons, Jalen Johnson's rise has been nothing but spectacular the past 5 seasons. Like watching his numbers just gradually increase to now be top 15 efficiency player in the league, shooting almost 40% from 3 as well, like being able to be a marksman from the outside, but not relying on it like we've seen with a lot of guys who've come through Atlanta, whether it be Joe Johnson, who sat on the perimeter, Paul Millsap playing the same position, who like played way too much perimeter, catch and shoot, step back garbage, instead of just getting to the rack, which, I mean, Jalen can jump out of the gym too. Like he's just an all-around two-way player.
Mm-hmm.
My thought is, excuse me for the horrible sound I just made too. I'm getting over a sinus infection. My thought is, with all this talent, what I'd love to see is Trey come in and play his role instead of trying to just be the guy every time we need it. Because what Trey Young, if he wants to be a part of a winning team, he's got to be able to mesh with what's going on right now. Like when he comes back, it's not like, oh, everybody stop what we're doing. Trey's back, like it has been over the past 6 seasons with him.
Yeah.
It's now, okay, you got to come in and be efficient in this system with everyone else. Like the Hawks are playing fast. Their rebounding has been pretty atrocious. I will say like that. And Trey's not going to help with that. He's going to hurt that even more if he's on the court. But that's the part where I'm like, damn, like, and like we talk about trading Trey Young for someone. Like everyone I've heard talking about like Ja Morant, like that's not a net win for the Hawks, in my opinion. Like that's kind of a net loss for us.
Talented player, but you can miss me with the drama with that. It's kind of an Antonio Brown situation. Hell of a player, but where's that going? Nobody really knows.
The last thing we need in Atlanta, of all cities, is a guy who's packing guns in his bag to the court, dude. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
we got enough of those guys over on. We got enough of those guys over in College Park. Like we don't need it.
We don't need people bringing guns into anywhere but the LA Fitness. That's it. I have some backstory on that too. I've seen an arsenal in some of these LA Fitnesses. It's pretty wild. But
it's Atlanta, baby.
Yeah, that's the show, man. Just make sure you don't rebound too hard. Yeah, I just like the Ja Morant talk I don't love. Like if it was Trey for 2027 first round pick from a team like Sacramento, and we sent him over there and also got like I don't even know who would won over there, I'd be okay with that. We don't really need a big. They're talking about shopping Porzingis too. I'm like,
already?
Yeah, I mean, it's just because like this team's playing so well with him hurt too. It's like, okay, like Porzingis has like played like 4 games, and obviously, yeah, he's got what I thought was AIDS, which is actually just like Crohn's disease. I think he's missed a ton of games due to illness already. Like that's what he's listed as, his illness. So like his condition isn't as bad. It's not great though. right? Like he's still missing a consistent number of games with it, and he's getting paid $45 million a season.
That's ridiculous in itself. Sorry, I'm over here trying to figure out. So the NBA Cup, right?
We got to have Connor on, dude. I don't get it.
Okay,
All
yeah.
I know about the NBA Cup is that they bring out the ugliest court in the world when we play NBA Cup games.
Yeah,
and it's disgusting to watch.
I'm
dude.
trying to figure
it's just
out.
so gross.
But like, are teams like taking it that serious? Because a lot of like, I know it's like $250,000 per player if they win bonus, which I guess if you're a bench player, that's probably significant to you. But if you're an all-star, like why would you waste your time with this? In my opinion, if you're already getting paid $60 million a year. Anyway, I was just
to
saying
also
that
put it
because
this way: the Hawks
yeah.
are in second place in our breakdown for the in-season tournament. We're in Eastern Group A. We're behind the Raptors, and we're also tied with the Cavs at 2-2.
Okay, so the reason I was because last week when they played, I'm just wondering in what world do we lose to the Washington Wizards by 20 plus points, and then 2 days later we beat the Cavs by 7. That's why I'm confused. I'm like, are other teams not trying either? Are we really trying? Who's really trying to win this cup? Because they make that dumb commercial. I don't know if you've seen it, where it's like all of these stars trying to chase the NBA Cup or whatever. And I don't know if any of those stars in that commercial have played significant minutes in any of these cup games.
I mean, yeah, and you got LeBron James, who's played like 3 games. I mean, he's actually like if he misses 3 more games, apparently he's not eligible for some like contract piece that he has, which like the guy's 41 years old. He's still great. Like, don't get me wrong. He's not as great.
Last thing you need is the LeBron people on your
Could really draw some marketing to us, though. Some talking about, LeBron sucks now. Clip that and post it, and we might get some hate.
Dirk Nowitzki's better. That's just facts.
I mean, he's just much more elite. No, that will ruffle some feathers.
I'll stand on business with that.
So you look at our like division in general for this. It's Raptors, Hawks, Cavs, Pacers, Wizards. Weird loss to the Wizards in general. Pretty just all around bad loss.
I was watching that game and I was just like, what are we doing? What are we actually doing? We could not hit a freaking 3 to save our lives. And the Wizards are over here drawing. We also were just fouling like crazy. But I mean, I guess what else is new?
Foul trouble's been pretty real for the past few games. Obviously, the double OT game, you're playing 2 OTs. I mean, people are going to be in foul trouble. You're playing a lot of basketball. But
I can tell you what was wrong. Jalen Johnson played 30 minutes and only had 7 points.
Yeah, it's a weird. Does it say what his shooting split was? Like what he shot from the field in 3?
Like the plus minus?
No. What was his plus minus? You can tell me that though. It had to be minus 18 or something if he was that bad.
Minus 20.
Yeah. That's very uncharacteristic because I think his season average is like plus 8.
Porzingis played that game and had 22.
Yeah, and then he immediately had to take like 3 days of poops because like he didn't come play again. For the past weekends, it's whatever. The in between
NBA Cup games, they have him in an iron lung. I heard.
I hope that the NBA Cup is like actually something cool. From what I hear from other people who like the NBA as well, they're like, "Who cares?" Like it's like, okay, it's something to get excited about mid-season, but at the same time, we're playing for the ship. Like that's what matters.
I don't think it lasts.
Plus, these players' incentives for winning NBA championships are much higher than an in-season tournament. So
yeah. Also, your game check is probably significantly better. Like if you go into the NBA Cup game and you get injured, like probably not worth it.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, are we just gonna be playing like Vit and Kennard like the whole game, just being like, all right, we have a chance at actually making a playoff run. Why do we?
Yeah,
I don't get it, dude. Yeah, we'll ask Beecham. He'll have knowledge for us.
Anyway, we have a gauntlet of a schedule coming up now.
Yeah, talk about it.
Well, okay, tomorrow at 7:30, we're recording this on Tuesday, but this releases Wednesday. So on Wednesday at 7:30, we are against the Clippers, who the Clippers themselves have been wishy-washy, but they also play significantly better teams than we do. So it's interesting to see. I'm wondering if everyone's healthy on their team. I didn't look too much into it, but I just always feel like Kawhi Leonard's out with something usually.
Dude, I don't know what his deal is. For a while at the beginning of the season, I was like, I don't know if Kawhi's like, did he retire? And I like see him on the bench, wearing something weird and laughing. Why does he sound like a whoopee cushion going off when he laughs? But yeah, we got the clip show at
Nuggets.
home and Nuggets at home, and then travel to
The
DC.
Wizards again.
Ooh, that's a get right game. That's a go back and be like, all right, we were weird. Let's beat that ass.
Yeah, right. But that's a 3-game preview right there. Just the Wizards. Yeah, I mean, we don't lose. We come out of that probably 2-1.
If we come out 2-1, I'll be very happy. My biggest fear of that stretch is the Nuggets with the Joker healthy, because like I said, our biggest lacking presence right now, and this is not a knock on Big O, by the way, who's been playing phenomenally. Another guy whose plus minus has been through the roof, but he's a 6'10" center going against a 7'1" two-time MVP who's not taking any back steps, right? It's like, what are we going to do when we play this team that has an absolute stud
One
in
of the
middle?
greatest players of our generation, in my opinion.
As long as he's been on the court, he's been extremely effective. That guy cracks me up too, dude. You see the video that was like Nikola Jokic like showing more emotion when his horse won the Derby than when he won the NBA championship?
Yeah, 100%.
He was bawling crying when his horse won the race. I was like, these Eastern European basketball players are just different, dude. They're different.
So funny.
They're awesome, dude. They're so nonchalant on the court too. It cracks me up. All the respect in the world for him, dude. The Hawks are the best show in Atlanta right now.
Without a doubt.
They're so much fun to watch, man. When they go on these runs too, they've been a little streaky in the games where they'll be up 15-2 and let that up in the third quarter. I think again, like that's where Trey Young being in the game and having some guys fresher, like actually getting a little bit of a break would be great because he's been playing out of his mind. So if we could have our backcourt a little bit fresher, that would be great. And I'm not saying Trey's a bench piece who comes in, right? He's not that kind of player, but that's where it's like, okay, like let's see what happens. Like I have high hopes for when Trey returns, unlike some people.
I do. I want to be optimistic, but again, it's all about, are we going to be in that situation where he can fall in line and not get that superstar mentality where he's like, I need to because another theory here now is, what if he gets the notion, the idea, the rumbles, here's the rumors, like we might be shopping him. Does he go and play hero ball, kind of fuck over the team dynamic to make his stats look good so teams want to get him? Or there's
a psychological effect to that, but I get what you're saying too. It's like, okay, if I'm going to get traded, I'm going to be getting traded at a max contract level. I got to go earn my money.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's even conspiracy. You've seen it across the league before. He seemed at the beginning of the year, pre-injury, like, I don't care about the contract. That'll come when it comes. I just want to win with his team, which is great to say. Show me, right? That's like, we've said that line a bunch, like when he comes back, show me. And what's his return timetable? Is it January?
I think he was, last time I looked, it was like 4 more weeks. So maybe.
Yeah, hopefully that's when he comes back. I just want to see him back on the court. Because like I said, dude, like when Trey's on the court, he draws so much attention to the outside. There's no denying it. It can free up lanes for guys like Ricochet and for Jalen. Let's see if it meshes. We won't get too much more into that. It's a big hypothetical. I have high hopes for what that could be. I'm going to stay optimistic about it. Because with the Hawks, we're optimistic, baby.
Believe.
We believe. Now let's get into a team that we don't believe in.
I mean, you can't believe something that's dead, right? I mean, it was there eventually, like it was there once, but now that it's completely gone, it's.
You know what sucks about this too? I mean, there's a lot that sucks. Like, let's just dive into it. Whole coaching staff needs to be fired. Front office needs to be fired. Talked about it week over week. Garbage organization right now.
Sell the team to somebody who gives a crap.
Yeah, that was very good.
Sell the team to somebody who cares.
Discipline there.
Did you like that?
I did. Yeah. Pivot to crap. You didn't want to put more money in the swear jar. What stinks the most about this is we still have a 4% chance of the playoffs, which for a sicko like me, dude. For a sicko like me, I'm still like, wow, maybe we could turn it around. Like, I know we can't.
Panthers
I
just
know
beat the
we're not going
Rams.
to.
We don't have any capability, dude. We're dead. We're dead. This team is dead. Potential is, the window is, I don't know. I was thinking about that earlier today, just pondering of what does this team look like next year? Another new coaching staff, another a new offensive coordinator. Do we even keep? Does Erblich leave? Does Jeff leave? Does he go get a contract somewhere else, or does he stay another year?
His defense has sucked the past 3 weeks, so like, I don't think he's going anywhere. Like, I think he's going to be begging for his job at this point. I get there on the field a lot, and I get they're starting to create some explosive turnover plays. Like, that's great, and obviously he's got some absolute dogs rushing the passer, but you still got Divine Diablo playing with half a body and being the most effective tackler on the team. That's embarrassing. Yeah, me too, dude. I'm so glad he'll be back.
Beast. Yeah, he is. Kirk Cousins, 21 for 33 for 234 yards, 1 touchdown. They don't have Sauce Gardner anymore. Honestly, I couldn't tell you who's on the Jets defense because the Jets, to me, have always been such an irrelevant team. But it looks like that's a team we can't just mark off anymore as a win because we lost 27-24. We were the first team to 24, you know, the theory we've been talking about all season. And we're in the position now where I truly, I don't want to say this as a fan, but as a real ball knower, I have to say the Atlanta Falcons might be the worst team. Not on paper, but in physical gameplay, the worst team in the NFL.
I don't think that's a stretch either. Like, I don't know anyone week to week. I mean, Miami's on a win streak. Panthers are on a win streak. And the Falcons aren't? What?
I get it. If anyone's like, oh, well, you know, your starting quarterback got hurt, yada, yada, yada. That's fine. Our backup quarterback is a guy we are paying $250 million to. What? He can't do it?
You tell me we can't put the most highest paid backup quarterback in the league and also still a top 10 paid quarterback league can't come in and do some damage against a Jets defense that just traded away their 2 most effective players on defensive line and corner.
It's sad. And then Bijan has an MVP caliber game.
Oh, dude, he looks so sad too, man. It's like, we're going to take his spark. Atlanta's going to take his spark, man. Like, if you ever accidentally, like, walked, like, you're in the kitchen doing something, you step backwards and you step on your dog's paw. That dog looks at you like you just, like, what? Dude, I had every bit of faith and trust in you, and you hurt me?
We wasted Tony Gonzalez. We wasted Roddy White. We wasted Matt Ryan. We wasted Julio Jones. We wasted Grady Jarrett. We wasted so much talent in the past. It's not even funny. It's actually there should be a research study to see how the Atlanta Falcons have messed up so many future Hall of Famers. And
yeah,
that being said, are we going to do that? It's really, we need to ask the question, are they going to do this to Drake London? Or are they going to do this to Bijan? Because this is ridiculous.
It's a good question too, because, and I've been thinking a lot about this. If the Falcons are going to do what we're all calling for, which is a full-scale rebuild of this team, do we trade away Bijan Robinson and Drake London for picks over the next 2 seasons with a new coach, play the tank, trade away Michael Penix, trade away everybody who's worth money, cap space to get picks to truly do a rebuild with a coach we all feel confident in? Well, the problem is we're not going to get a coach we feel confident in because we have a terrible ownership and leadership there. But that's what it takes if you're going to actually rebuild. And the problem is, I don't think we're going to do that. We're going to have Bijan, or we're going to waste him and Drake away. They're going to sell jerseys, and that's...
The Atlanta Falcons is legitimately just a money laundering scheme. There is no upper management working to make the team better. We're in almost a decade playoff drought. Yes, I said decade.
They're just bathing in binges. I mean, there's like a real situation where it's like, do we boycott this team until there's some real changes?
I believe that if you are a season ticket holder to the Atlanta Falcons and you are thinking about renewing it next year, absolutely not. I think everybody should 100% boycott this team. It starts with the people that buy season tickets, because if nobody can get their butt in those seats for the season tickets, they're going to lose a lot of revenue. I know my jersey sales go to the team because I was like, we need to stop buying jerseys, but I was like, I don't know. I might need to go get me a Divine Diablo for Christmas.
Wouldn't that be sick?
But at the same time, it's just ridiculous. Something needs to happen, and it needs to start with the fans. The fact that they let Raheem Morris back on that plane to come back to Atlanta with the team is ridiculous. I would have said, buy your own ticket, clear your desk out. I don't want to see your face on Monday. If your badge won't work, security will walk you in, security will walk you out.
It's one of those things where, like, the reason it's not happening is, again, like, who the hell's going to do the job? Like, and I know he does it so bad.
Who cares? We have 3 wins. Who cares? We have 3 wins. I'll go out there. I'll go out there for free every Sunday and call that game. And everyone can start, talking about me on the internet. That's fine. I don't have any experience. That and does.
I mean, Raheem Morris has experience. His experience losing. He's 33 and 55 in his coaching career now as a head coach. I still don't, dude, it just blows my mind. I know I've talked about this. I'm going to say it again. The room of coaches that we interviewed for the job, I have to know. And if it really is Rich McKay, who was like, I know we've talked to these all-time winners who are winning like crazy for their teams right now, but Raheem has the highest ceiling and the lowest floor of these guys, then like that person shouldn't be allowed, they should be working a mail route next week. And even then, I don't think they should actually be allowed to drive, to be honest with you. That's how stupid
UPS is looking for seasonal helpers, man.
Heck no, dude. I wouldn't trust them to deliver a package. They can't deliver me a win. They can't deliver wins. They can't deliver anything. The only thing they can deliver on in this city is misery. Continuous misery.
I'm starting to think that the other coaches might have not wanted to be part of the Falcons. Maybe it wasn't the Falcons' decision. It was their decision because they didn't like the culture. They were like, this coaching staff, this front office, whatever you guys got going on, this is not a system that works, and I'm not going to be a part of it because the way you guys do things and not letting coaches have a say or do things like that is ridiculous. And I wonder if Raheem Morris got the job strictly because he was like, okay,
He's
sure.
a puppet, dude. Puppet to the puppet masters.
He's a con in the machine.
Dude, it's so pathetic. The organization is an absolute dumpster fire. And that's what I'm saying is like we talk like other teams who are having issues are like, okay, we need a new head coach. Should we draft well? Right? Like, or okay, we need a new OC who can do up something. We need everything. How does that even work? Like if I'm Rich McKay, who shouldn't have a job, like if I'm someone who's thinking about getting hired as a GM, you have to think like, oh, okay, well, I'm only have a job for 3 years because it's still not going to work out in a full rebuild in 3 years because this team is so bad. It's ran so poorly. Like, I don't know, man. We're not a good landing spot for anybody. We're going to be bottom of the barreling this next coach, without a doubt.
I can't even think of who could possibly be it. Like, do we just bring in a college coach? Like, at this point, what do we have?
The rumor that I heard
is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's terrible. This is like the worst time ever to need to do head coach. And the one rumor I heard that would make me mildly excited because the guy consistently at least has a winning season, which is like at this point I'd cut off your pinky toe to have a winning season, would be Matt LaFleur. But like I don't know why he would leave.
I don't understand why people think that the Packers are going to get rid of him.
Dude, they hate him. I don't understand it. They hate Matt LaFleur.
You want to talk about a weirdly ran organization, the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. From top to bottom, weird.
But, man.
At least they have history. They have championships.
Yeah.
And a fan base that shows up and doesn't go sit in bars inside a lot of those, they cheer.
Someone say a lot of those championships are from their players playing plumbers on the weekends, but, whatever.
Aaron Rodgers?
Okay. They produce some weird people. Now that I'm thinking about it, because their other Super Bowl is Brett Favre, and Brett Favre laundered like a bunch of money from Southern Mississippi. That's
dude.
A fact.
No, I know.
But he's going to get a prison cell. And then you have Aaron Rodgers.
If
Aaron
that's what
Rodgers?
it took, I'd let Kirk Cousins embezzle millions of dollars to win us a championship, but he won't do it.
My gosh, are you kidding me? That man would find a stack of money.
He did embezzle money. He embezzled $90 million from us.
He did it legally. He just did it legally.
Yeah.
That's the craziest part about it. But all this tragedy that's happened with the Falcons has really opened my eyes and like respected people that are Jets and Bears fans, or not Bears, Browns fans. I cannot believe that you guys put up with this decade after decade, not year after year, decade after decade with those teams. And I mean, the fact that they're selling tickets still, they're like, what's happening here?
But here's the thing with those teams, though, Kraemer, is like they have, and I know it's like we're talking about Bears, we're talking about the 80s, right? But like we're talking about a long time ago. They have history. They have championships they can at least go buy throwback merch for. Like, dude, we don't even have a Super Bowl win.
60 years in the league.
And I know
60 years in the league.
I know that's not uncommon. Like, there's, what is it, like 12 teams that don't have a Super Bowl?
I think it's 6.
But like this market and the potential that Atlanta has is huge. It's not like we're talking about, I don't know. I'm trying to think of another team that would be actually dog water.
I think either 2 or 4 of those teams that haven't won a Super Bowl either are like less than 35 years old. They're expansion teams.
Dude, like, what do we do? I'm gonna be telling my kids one day about watching Michael Vick win 9 games a season. Like, that was the best thing in the world. I'm like, Dad, you're a loser. Like, well, yeah, what do you think? What do you expect? I have a losers surrounding me.
It's that meme where it's just like, man, what was it like watching that Falcons Super Bowl in person? I was like, I didn't die that day, or I didn't die that day, but part of me did. It's just ridiculous.
That was our shot, dude. And I mean, like, I hate that this is such a bummer to think about, but like, we don't have a shot in the 2020s to win a Super Bowl. That's a fact.
I've put my life on it that we don't get past second round of playoffs in the 2020s.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think we're making the playoffs at this rate at all. 2020s. I think it's going to be a 14-year. It's going to be like a Bills level drought back in the day when they were like 20 seasons or whatever. And they finally made it. We're all going to go crazy. They're going to give out free beer and then realize that was a mistake too.
We're going to be in our 40s one day just to sniff a Super Bowl again with kids. And it's just...
Dude, I got to raise my son right now cheering for this team. I'm going to tell him not to. I'm going to be like, dude, go. That's not true. He's going to learn pain quick. He's going to have to cheer for these teams.
I was about to say, when he gets to the age where like he can understand football and like really have that conversation, you should put out all 32 team hats on the table and be like, hey,
let
just
him
pick one. Let him pick your team.
He definitely won't have 32. He'll never be a Saints fan. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, that's
but
fair.
The truth is like, we're cursed with where we're from.
Stop the generational trauma. It stops
Well, that's
with
what I
us.
say, dude. I mean, like, I'm already thinking about saving for college for this kid. I got to save for sports therapy. This kid's going to be going to play football for his school and know nothing but losing from his teams. That's why I hope he plays baseball. Now we're getting into it.
Yeah, anyway.
But look, Falcons are dead. We're going to keep talking about them because, unfortunately, I'm still going to dedicate 3 hours of my Sunday afternoon to watching them each week because I'm sick like that. I'm a sick breast puppy who, I don't know, man. I love the pain. I have the best workouts on Monday. Best workouts.
Yeah.
Full body, legs and chest, just going hard. And then I feel terrible on Tuesday. And then we usually record.
I'm just using this as fuel for, at this point, just fuel for hatred.
Yeah.
So whatever I want to go do, and I just remember the Falcons suck. And I have a buddy who's a Jacksonville Jaguars fan. Shout out Greg. Every week, it's the same thing of, wow, the Falcons really losing to the Jets. Wow, the Falcons really losing to the Panthers. And just seeing.
They think it's hilarious. LOL. I'm not laughing, dude. Like, this is my life. This is how I actually live.
I make jokes because it helps me deal with the pain.
Now, listen, we're sick puppies. We're going to keep on cheering. Let's look
I'm
ahead
so
here.
serious. I'm so serious. Like, a legitimate conversation needs to start for selling the team. I just cannot, like, Brian Daboll gets fired midseason, right? We have the same record as the Giants with a significantly easier schedule.
Yeah, and we have a quarterback who has 2 less knees than their starting quarterback, and he's out. And a guy with 1 less Achilles.
We have the same record as the Jets.
No, dude, the Jets are really good. Remember, they beat us. We were supposed to be good. We were supposed to win the division this year.
Yeah, we were at one point favored to win our division. Rod Taylor, I cannot believe this man rushed for almost 50 yards on our defense.
The hits keep coming. Here's one thing I will say. I'm going to end this look back at this week with a high. And what I'm going to look at is
the Falcons?
Yeah, man. Everyone was like, don't get rid of Young Wei Koo. Did you see what that Joker did? Did you see that kick?
Like, I couldn't believe it. Like,
it wasn't even a kick. He actually didn't make contact with the ball. He didn't kick it.
I didn't comprehend what happened. It took me watching the clip like 5 times. I had to find the clip online and watch the close-up and understand what actually happened. As a Georgia Southern alumni, dude, my heart hurts for him. But as an NFL viewer, I just can't. He needs to be investigated. That's something like he owes a lot of money.
Investigated, and he needs to get breathalyzed after the game. I get it was cold there. I think he was hammered. Like, it has to be the only excuse.
He owes a lot of money to the mob or something. And I think, hey, the kicker money's not working. They're like, hey, we'll knock $100K off if you go ahead and miss this one, because, a lot of people, I saw somebody with a betting slip online today. Someone put $1,000 that on that drive they were going to kick a field goal, and they missed that field goal.
Dude, they didn't even miss the field goal because they didn't kick the field goal. If you go watch that play, it looks like my golf swing. I mean, he made contact with the ground 2 feet behind the ball.
Wait, no, I'm remembering it now. The bet was that there would be a field goal attempt, not to make it, but because of what happened, that doesn't count as an attempt. Because it never left us.
I mean, dude, it was all around. I mean, this is the truth. Man. We haven't had something like this since the butt fumble. This is the next butt fumble, man. If we still had the not top 10
on the roster,
I mean, they have nothing. So, like, I don't know why they'd be like, hey, we got to cut Young Wei Koo. Like, they're terrible,
they're not
like
playing for anything. They're like, whatever, let them finish this.
They have a draft pick, so the first round, so they'll probably want him. Whereas, we don't. If you forgot.
The Rams, my gosh, to be a Rams fan right now, where you're
so
just
sick.
Life is so great. We could potentially win the Super Bowl. And even if we don't next year, we already have what's looking like a
10.
top 5.
We're the 8th pick right now. So,
all right, well, we have so much time to drop.
100%.
Shit, we could lose to the Saints.
Don't say that, dude. We're not going to lose to the Saints. We're not going to lose to the Saints. We already beat them.
Just knowing the fact that there is a franchise out there that is so successful right now, and they still have their greedy mitts together on Sunday going, I really hope those Falcons lose, just makes me so sad.
It is just so miserably depressing. So here we go. Let's take a brief look forward before I jump out of my window. The Falcons have the Seahawks at home before we go play. Where?
We're going to lose by 20.
Yeah, Sam Darnold's going to have an MVP game. Then we play the Bucs in Tampa. Then we play the Cardinals in Arizona. And
if they don't activate Kyler Murray, that's a very possible game. Easy possible game.
It would have been possible if we did it when Black Ops and Battlefield came out. But now he's gonna have time streaming under his belt playing those games. Now he's gonna be actually playing football again. We're gonna get pieced up. The truth is, so if we won all these games, we would.
You think we get pieced up by the Arizona? You know what? The way this season's been, you're correct.
If you had told me that we were gonna get pieced up by the Dolphins, we'll call it the Jets because they still scored 27 points on us, and the Panthers twice, I'd tell you were high. And now that's the reality that we live in, and so. The Falcons still have a chance to go above 500. They just have to win every single game. I think those odds may be lower than us making the playoffs. That's probably a 2% odds. Maybe 1. Like, it's not outside the realm of possibility because you have to play the games.
I think I have a better chance of getting attacked by a shark in the pond at Piedmont Park than us winning these 4 games.
Yeah. I'd like to see the odds on the table.
I'd like to see those stats play out
Yeah.
real quick,
I
but
might take that bet. That being said, it's depressing, man. This is a team that has monstrously underperformed, and I kind of am with you. Like, for the sake of the Falcons and the fans getting a breath of fresh air, like, it would have been really nice to fire Raheem knowing he's going to be fired. Just to be like, we get it, we messed up, this was stupid. But like, what's even worse is they haven't.
there's just absolutely, like, you want to talk about, like, what is the theme that is, like, pissing Falcons fans off this season? There's absolutely zero accountability.
Across the board.
Every freaking week. Zero accountability, whether it be the front office, the coaching staff. And I don't mean accountability of, we really messed up. We could have played this better. Save me your politician BS when you get up to that stand. Raheem Morris should have gone up there and be like, you guys should fire me. I'm clearly not doing anything right.
He owes this business money. I'll tell you who also, again, I'm sitting here right now wondering how Marquise Williams has a job after the special teams performance that we watched this past week.
And then
One of the worst I've ever seen. And it's been consistent. Like, it's been bad all season. This was atrocious.
the week before was that Brooks guy. This week is Jamal Agnew, dude.
Yeah.
What? We're going to need Tyler Algier back there receiving balls.
I'd much rather let that bowling ball get the ball just run straight downhill and not fumble.
He could make a play.
Hear me
Why
out.
not?
Hear me out at this point.
Hear me out.
We've seen enough. Why don't we just start fair catching these kicks every time? Can we just start getting it at the 25 and
Stop. Yeah, why wouldn't we do that? You're correct.
or can our kicker just start booting it out of the back of the end zone? We can't tackle. So here's the last. I said that was the last thing. It's not the last thing. I don't know if you have been staying in touch with what's going on social media, but Ray McLeod has been retweeting and commenting on the whole Raheem Morris situation and like retweeting people who are basically saying like he lost the locker room week 3. Like nobody wants him here.
You know what?
Everybody hates him. Because, I mean, when he was inactive for health issues, now Darryl Hodges was out this past week, inactive for health reasons. And when asked about it, Raheem was like, he just did some things we didn't like in practice. So it's like, you're telling me we have no wide receiver depth.
Are you telling me we are grounding grown men?
Who get paid
We are
millions of dollars.
grounding grown men?
That doesn't sound like a player's coach. It sounds like a foster dad.
This sounds like a warden. This sounds like a guy who you're like a principal. This is the principal of a school.
Raheem Morris does look kind of like a principal of a school.
He gives principal energy. Him and
He
his
does.
damn vests. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, he pays about as much attention on the sideline as I think some principals would to their students in life. Not knocking the principals that I had, by the way. I had great principals. Actually, big fan. It's a tough job. Raheem Morris would not be good at it. I think Raheem Morris would do a really good job as he wouldn't do good at that either.
He'd be a good lunch lady. Big old smile on his face, always happy to see you.
Yeah. Sign him
Well,
up, man.
Calling me sugar.
The only problem with that is
Oh, yeah.
he'd have to coordinate the times to have everything ready, so nothing would be ready on time. And he'd probably tell other lunch ladies, like, your attitude wasn't great, so we're actually just going to have no lunch ladies self-serve this week. Now I think about it, he needs to be an individual contributor somewhere. I don't think he needs to be managing anything. Anyway, forget him. Let's 285 it, talk about things outside of this. There's really not a lot going on. AA is making a ton of acquisitions and dropping low-level players as well as acquiring low-level players, not spending money like he said he would. He's, it's early. Like, I don't want to get all upset about this in December.
I was about to say, I was like, you don't really see any of that big stuff. It's all rumors until like after Christmas.
I'd love to have a Christmas present that is something like Edwin Diaz being signed. I mean, that would really warm my heart.
Be pretty cool.
Be pretty cool to make a splash, dude. Although, like I said, man, I'm tying my bandwagon fully this Hawks team. Whether we, in top 3, we're going to the playoffs, it seems, this year. The
Famous
Hawks-
last words.
That's so true, dude. We're going to be playing in the play-in because Trey's going to come back and shoot 30 shots a game. No, we're not, dude. No, don't bring that. There's no
I
pessimism.
didn't
in
say
this team.
anything.
No, dude. No, you got in my head there. Right now,
Sorry, sorry.
it's funny you said that we are 7th now. And it's early, so this is going to continue to grow in this direction. We're 7th in the East, so we're in the playoffs right now. Really want to end up this season, like we talked about, being a top 5 team. What does that take? It takes winning some of the games. The game against the Pistons, who are the number 1 team in the East. We lost by 1. They're going to get there. I really do. Like, I'm really high on this Hawks team. Would love to see the guys we're paying more money than everyone else be healthy and playing. Porzingis, Trey.
But also being team contributors, like not just coming in and playing, but playing team ball, doing their job and letting other people have the glory.
Yep. I want Porzingis to do a little dirty work. We need some rebounding. He's 7'1". That would really help the squad if he could be healthy and come do that. We'll see what happens, man. That team I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Falcons, dead.
Mm-hmm.
Boycott the team. I'm starting it right now. Boycott the team.
Not much news out of Atlanta United either. And then the Atlanta Dream still off season. So other than that, I think we've touched about everything.
Yeah, man. That's it. I mean, I don't want to continue to drag people. There's a lot of good stuff to do outside of sports right now in Atlanta, by the way. The Christmas markets just opened up. I know they moved it this year. The one that was in
Buckhead. The one in Buckhead, the Christmas market that was in Buckhead is now in Lawrenceville, which is absolutely an insane person move to put in Lawrenceville.
So it's actually not in Atlanta anymore. It's in Lawrenceville.
So yeah, it's basically in Athens. I'm just kidding. But the one in Roswell, went to it this weekend with the fam, day after Thanksgiving. Absolutely beautiful. You should go there. Shout out Marcel, the guy who runs it. It's awesome. Good date spot if you need something casual, first date, whatever it is. Other than that, there's also, just all the new Christmas pop-up bars that are coming up. It's fun. Christmas time in Atlanta is beautiful, man. All the lights get hung up. It's like the one time of the year they really make the city look pretty.
Yeah, I know you're exactly right. We do it right for Christmas. So everybody enjoy this holiday season. I know we got a lot of negativity here. I hope everybody at home is taking some time to actually appreciate the things we got, man. You can't stay appreciative enough of the people. Kraemer, I'm really appreciative for you.
You as well, man.
I love what we get to do here, even if it's painful. These teams are still our teams, so we're gonna ride or die with them. Why don't you bring us home, brother?
Hey, everybody, I hope you guys had such a blessed holiday weekend with Thanksgiving. And now that we are full gear into Christmas, we just want to say, it's the time of giving, it's the time of cheer. Go out and do something. Go do some charity work. I'm going to go sign up for some soup kitchens. Just, give back to the community a little bit. Love this city. Love our fans. Love you, Kenny. Whether you flew here or you grew here, we appreciate you. And thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah, rise up, baby.
Yeah! ATL on the rise, you know how we do. Peachtree dreams, dirty birds flying through. From the gridiron to the diamond, courts to the pitch. We reppin' ATL sports, every team, every niche. ATL, where the flames ignite. From Truist Park to the bins at night. Dreams take flight, hearts soar high. United we stand, reaching for the sky.